Hello, welcome to Commonculo Chanel. More recently, however, we've seen solar-powered quartz watches democratized a tad, with more brands recognizing the value it brings given the autonomy the watches can achieve selfishly, including our awesome Tag Heuer Solargraph here. Tissot is doing the very same thing with the new PRC 100 Solar, introducing what they're calling Lightmaster Solar Tech to the sporty daily wearer. But unlike other brands that mostly use photovoltaic cells integrated into the dial design, the Tissot takes a different approach. Ingots that are doubled up at the cardinal points, with black on white date wheels at 3 o'clock. The branding is also kept fairly minimal, though I will say I would have preferred a less generic choice of typeface. Take a close look at the dial, and you'll notice a fine honeycomb, lattice-like texture sitting just beneath the sapphire crystal. Those are the solar cells you're looking at, which go on to transmit the energy to the movement via an elastomeric connector. Also called zebra connectors, they're often used to connect LCD displays to PCBs, as they're much better at conducting electricity in a single direction. Looking at the dials from far away though, you'll hardly notice the additional layer. Think of it like those ads they put on the windows of buses and trams, but that you can still see out of. Continuing that trend of creating the ideal Gata watch, Tissot equipped the PRC 100 Solar with a 39mm steel case that's water-resistant to 100 meters. It's brushed throughout, with polished facets to the 12-sided bezel that's become a signature of the PRC 100 collection. Much like the dials, there aren't any bells or whistles here, instead just enough designed to avoid too generic of a look, though you can opt for black PVD coating should you prefer a more modern, urban aesthetic. Though there is also a 34mm variant launching alongside the 39mm we got our hands on, it's really the latter that will be the volume seller. The sizing is right in the sweet spot for a daily, and the thickness of just 9.2mm is what we'd expect from a quartz watch that doesn't have to contend with a mechanical movement. The new PRC 100 Solar is available on either a case finish matching, 3-link steel bracelet, or a simple leather strap. With more affordable watches like this, when the price difference between leather and bracelet isn't too vast, the latter usually presents better value. And indeed, it does match the office Gata aesthetic quite well, with an all-brushed finish and butterfly clasp. Keep in mind, of course, you can always pick up a high-quality, affordable leather strap at a later date, helped by the PRC 100 Solar's 20mm lug width. Though the movement really is the big novelty with the PRC 100 Solar, it's hidden behind a solid caseback as you might have expected. The ETA F06.615 is the movement in question, able to provide up to 14 months of power reserve on a full charge. And it's not just the sun that can power it, as the solar cells also draw out power from artificial light. Tissot quotes a full day of charge from a 10-minute exposure under usual, daytime conditions. The F06.615 itself simply seems to be a new derivation of the F06.115 trendline movement, which is towards the affordable end of ETA's quartz offering, and can be found in the likes of the Tissot PRX quartz. The new PRC 100 Solar is aimed at a developing spot in the market, which is that of the $500 United States quartz Gata watch, until now mostly occupied by Japanese competitors from the likes of Citizen. It offers the Swiss-made label, which will always add perceived value for those likely to venture into buying a watch like this, alongside inoffensive styling that could appeal to both enthusiasts and those just looking for a nice watch to wear for the next decade. Tissot PRC 100 Solar 39mm pricing and availability. The Tissot PRC 100 Solar 39mm is now available. Prices: £410 steel, leather £430 PVD, leather £450 steel, bracelet £535 PVD, bracelet.